Hey guys, welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast in the world. My name is Ayomide Tayo, AOT2.
And I am Ugochi, the Igbo Stallion. Welcome, guys.
You're welcome to another great episode of your favorite podcast. Like I said, if you're a first-time listener and you don't know what this is, 234 Essential is that podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience and helps you navigate life in this great country of ours. Great should not be taken literally, is
Love it.
italics, underline.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
I was actually thinking you were about to say something super positive, and that's how I jumped. Oh my God.
No be only positive.
We're a great country, forget. They wine Greece.
Okay, don't worry.
You dey wine Greece, I they ask you. We're a great country. You never dey hear our steez for news. We've been in the news all week. Hot.
Yeah,
international news. They follow us, they play. If no be Tinubu na Nigeria, for something they there. You understand? Please, we're a great country. Me will no lie down.
Yeah, I feel you. Great country. Shout out to you. The greatness in our country.
Let's be serious. Before you continue, I know you've not finished the intro, but I want to ask you one question. See,
yes.
Is America a powerful country or a great country? Yes or no?
Is this a rhetorical question, please?
No, I'm asking. I want to ask you something. I'm asking you.
America is a great country.
Is it a great? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Me and you, both of us, we agree that PR is what America has, right? Are we agreeing to disagree?
Wait, no, we are
okay. No. Okay.
Wait, let me give you an answer. Because if America says they are fighting Nigeria now, it is not PR. It is real things. So please, I beg you of God. We are in a war zone now, please. So may we know how with a rigmarole.
No. Let me tell you. And when I say this, I do not function from that fear, right? I'm trying to get at something. And I'm not also thinking about war. I'm thinking about what it means to be great. Two truths can exist. We can be great without a war. Like we are great people. Okay, let me put it this way. Nigeria is great because of its people. And if the people who we are betting on, then we're great people. Look at the things coming out of Nigeria. Great stuff.
QED.
Yeah.
QED. I agree.
Yeah, the physical geographical location of Nigeria and the economy might definitely not be great. But like, are we great as people? Yes. I think that we should maybe stop looking so intently at Nigeria geographically and start thinking about ourselves. Even understand that I don't know, my head is busting this evening because I know I told you what happened this evening. We're so great a people. So like, why are we always trying to hold ourselves back or talk down on it and say, oh, Nigeria is great, I beg. No dollar. Analogy one.
Thank you very much, Labour Party chair lady.
Power to the people.
Yeah, yes.
God, I take it back.
If you are not a listener, thank you guys for listening to our last episode, Arrow. If you've not listened to it, you can go ahead and just do that right now. It's available on every platform. Any platform you listen to 234 Essential, where you just stream, your podcast. Yeah. All right. So welcome once again.
Follow us on all social media platforms as well, you guys. I intercepted. Very important. We really need you guys to follow us. We're real people, actual people.
Yeah. And subscribe to our newsletter also. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say our handle at 234 Essential Podcast on all social media platforms.
Bang. As they go.
Can you tell that I'm pumped?
Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it.
Like no Debbie Downing thing going on.
Okay.
Oh.
We only have one fan mail.
I love
so let's get to it. The first is from I don't know who this is, but apparently this person knows me. I don't know her. So
this is Toyosi. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
This is
one of many.
Toyosi. Beautiful people of God, how are you? First off, I'm beefing you big time. Don't be trying to read my Gen Z shine. I have fans on here too, and I'm still looking for love. Stop now. The theme is fresh, babe, please. Okay. Right. I'm not stopping your packaging.
I love it.
I also think some of the people who listen to this pod take things too seriously because Ugochi doesn't deserve these drags here and there. The previous one about her being condescending to feel. Mark Pami Larry now a lot because how this is how Gen Z is, right? They just
I
fuck all the
love it.
things and just get to it. At the end of the day, it's a podcast, not a reality TV show. And even those ones self, fit no person finish. You cannot judge a person for being condescending throughout their voice. And the same applies for every other character trait. Lastly, I have a question for you both. What's something you
Hmm.
used to believe so much in that you no longer do? What changed? Hey, bye. And
I
if you're a
love
fine black
this.
boy that is 5'10" and above, because that's my height. Wait,
I love it.
tell us you are 5'10". Okay.
Yes, she
And
is.
above. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. Above, because that's my height. Please text me, baby boy. Come with your wallet, please. And that wallet is BTC, not wallet with
Yes.
Naira.
Ayo, can you
Thanks, love
take
you
that last
both.
paragraph again? Because I know that
Okay.
she really wants this to be out there.
All right. Once again, due to
Please.
popular demand.
Thank you.
Bye. And if you're a fine, keyword fine black boy. So that means if you're light skinned, if apart from that, your pigmentation is not dark, go away. That is five
I love
foot
it.
ten. That means if you know tall, you know way, you know grab as a man. Fuck out of here. And
Love
above, because
it.
that's my height. Please
I
text me,
love
baby
it.
boy. Come with your wallet, please. That wallet is
I love
Avian, where
it.
they inside Avian. BTC,
Key.
crypto, Elon Musk,
Listen.
Tesla way money. We're not doing Emefiele
Mm-mm.
money. No
Because we're
Emefiele money,
soft
please.
here. I
Thank you.
love it. I don't like
Thanks.
Naira.
Love you both. Yeah, love you too. Elsie. Thank you guys. Thank you for writing to us.
Love
Yeah.
you too. Toyo Elejo. Ah, I'm so happy to read. Actually, my heart is warm.
To her
No,
question,
I'm so
please,
happy.
Ugochi, can you what do you
You know that
what
me,
what
I'll go on a long rant. Better say
please
your
keep
own first
please
because
keep it succinct, please, because this is my sleeping hour. Thank you. I have my beauty sleep. I have my face mask on ready, please. So thank you.
I wish you were beside me. If you see the bombastic side I am giving you,
Yeah, I'm going to return number.
beauty
What do
sleep.
I what's something you used to believe in so much that you no longer do? Hmm. Omo.
Um, Jesus. Are you answering? Answer, please. Yes, thank you.
I don't have an answer yet, so you go first, please.
Is a liar. Me, I will, you know that. Are you ready? Not that small time you'll
Keep
be rushing me because I don't
this
like all
this
those
is
things. Make me first of all
this
clear you.
this is senior secondary school debate. You have timer. You have timer. Accurate timekeeper, please.
Please,
When you hear the bell, come, 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 come.
I beg.
So
Do
what's
you know
something
I
you
was
used to believe
president
in?
of debate club in secondary school actually.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm so surprised.
Hmm,
I'm surprised at that
you
news.
are. I love that you
Yes,
are. The
I'm
sarcasm
being
is
sarcastic.
healthy, but I,
Yeah,
I love that
thank
you
you
are.
very much.
I hear you. I hear you. Very. I'm smart. What do you mean? You demand my intelligence. Anyway,
Sorry,
I mean
no
undermine. That's the word I want to say. Okay. I think one thing I used to believe in, that I no longer do. I think there are a lot of things. Um, I currently now understand that life isn't always as it seems. And
Mm.
everybody really does fart. And if you don't fart, you're sick.
Oh, definitely.
We used to we used to look at life. I used to look at life through very rose-colored lenses. I think also upbringing played a very huge part in that. Um, and interestingly, recently I was talking to a childhood friend of mine about this. When you grow up in a place like Agbara Estates, you are very much cut off from the reality of good and evil, because you feel everybody is good because it's a very secluded environment. It's very controlled as well. You can determine the kind of life your neighbors are going to have. Everybody had the same dream. There was no dream that was differing, right?
Yeah.
Is you all went to the same secondary schools or primary schools together. You went to church together. You met at national family functions together. So Oktoberfest, Children's Day, Christmas, Banga Night, First of January. Sorry, all those things we always met at very common things. So everybody was sharing the same values, same ideas. But like when I finally moved into the world, so to speak, in quotes, and this was in maybe like 2008, 2009. Oh my god, it's just like there's so much happening that we were never aware of. Because also Agbara Estate also had that life of everybody owned a property. So you didn't grow up with other, you saw your neighbors because they were your neighbors, they lived next door. That was just it. It wasn't, they weren't different people. Nobody was trying to hustle anybody. It was just people being people, right? And like
Yeah.
right now, coming into this part of the world, like I'm also growing up now. I've come to understand like not everything is always as it seems. Like I understand. I think that my parents living in that sort of place kind of helps them with their paranoia of our safety. But like right now, I'm so paranoid some days as an adult. And I'm just like, gosh, I never knew any of this growing up because I wasn't exposed to it. People smile and they're dying. People smile and they hate you. um People also genuine people are too afraid to say they're genuine because fake rules. Also because of work as a like work that I have also done as a person, very human related, very people service orientation. I've gotten to see like some parts of people that I never basically was experiencing different kinds of people. I think, let me just put it that way. And I've just come to understand like there's no face value anything. People have stories, lives,
Yeah.
nuances, experiences that form and characterize their lives. And like as much as you think that we always think as human beings that everything is black and white, there's so many colors in between. My God. Just the layers to people, the layers to the experiences. Yeah, that people have layers, I think. I think that's one thing. I used to feel like everybody was straight jacketed. Everybody had told the same line. You had to go to school and graduate, do a master's, go and
Mhm.
work in some FMCG or some oil company. But like, you can be anything, really.
Yeah.
Anybody can be anything. This is both good and evil, and both exist in everybody, both. So yeah, I think that's for sure. I Do you have time now?
Yes, I have. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Um,
great.
what I used to believe in that I no longer believe in was that good people will succeed in this life, and bad people will perish along the way. Um, I think we've learned clearly that in this life, the Bible says the battle is not to the strong, nor the race to the swift. We all owe it to time and chance.
Yeah.
And it's not everybody who follows the principles of life that will make it at the end of the day. A lot of people have to color outside the drawing book, so to speak,
Yes.
bend a few rules to make it to the top. And as a child, when you are watching a lot of when you're watching a lot when you're how like absorbing a lot of educational materials, they tell you to do it this way, play the long game. And you find out that when you come out into the society, the people who did not play the long game are the ones eating at the end of the
Yes.
day. And the people who are doing it, this is the principle. Now go they kill, nothing will happen to you people at the end of the day. Nigeria will come
Yeah.
and crush your dreams at the end of the day. But people who are smart, are fast, and who don't necessarily want to follow societal rules or laws will make it faster than you. And in this country
Of
where
course.
there are no consequences for literally crime or bad behavior, there's not you can get away with anything in Nigeria. Yeah, you can actually
Very true.
commit you can commit a manslaughter and get away with it, depending on how rich you are. So, and I also not only Nigeria, it also applies in other parts of the world
Terrible.
too. Yeah, it's not. We all know that kid in secondary school that was the Efiko that were like, oh, more this guy. When he gets into the real world, he's going to be like a CEO. Bro, today the guy feel the slap for mushing, and
You
the
understand?
the the one that you say, oh, never do well. This one has no future ambition. Is the one on top right now. So yeah, life is not a fairy tale at the end of the day.
Promise
Yeah,
you.
that's what I learned. Shout
Life
out
be
to
life in.
shout out to Toyosi for giving us that brain cracker.
I love it. It's only Toyosi that can do it all. It's
Calm
so
down, calm down.
interesting.
Calm,
So, like,
calm.
first of all, big shout out to Toyosi. No, 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 I'm serious. Big shout out to Toyosi first. I'll tell you why, right? So in the wake of everybody like having a back and forth about, oh, you know that this is my first ever, like the first time in my life that I'm on a platform this huge. Let's be very honest, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm used to also being the background person. Social, that's why like I struggle with social media. I'm very used to not like being there, like out there. It's okay for me, like I'm fine with that, right? And so coming on 234 and having like varying opinions sometimes, and this is not me saying, oh, people don't come at me. Please come at me. Like it's character building, because if you didn't come at me, I won't have also broken this level, right? So with a
Yeah.
new, which with each level a new devil. I think I'm also learning that every day, you know. And everybody coming at me that, oh, somebody telling the person that called me condescending. Let me tell you the truth, it actually broke my heart, because I just know that that's not me. And like sometime during the week, I was really thinking about it, and I told us was talking like Toyosi and I were speaking, and I was
Yeah.
telling her about this is how I felt about this thing, and she was just like, how can you let the opinions of people who have never, if they probably see you in public, they probably not, they'll probably even feel differently, you know, because people who hear me and haven't seen me is a standard. They are usually shocked because I sound like a child, but I don't look like one. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I say sound, I mean the sound of my voice. I don't think like chatting shit or stuff, but and I was feeling really bad, and she just really like wound me back, like my reckless knots right straight into a whole mold, and I was so happy, and I was grateful for that. And you know, after thinking about it really, and also with her help working through that emotion, I just got to understand like, yeah, there'll always be people like that. It's not also the first time in my life I'm being misunderstood, right? And look at where it got me. Nowhere. Like of course it got me to a certain level of awareness, and then it only gets better from there. That's the truth. And so I'm just like, yeah, this is it for me. I'm not going to feel bad. And then luckily, Tokema Kinwa now posted something where she was talking about a downtime she was experiencing, and I was just like, wow, that is so true. She really spoke to my spirit. She said a lot of things, but I'm not going to go into that. I feel like this is not the space for that. But regardless, I'm just grateful for the amount of growth and level of growth that, you know, I'm also experiencing as a person. You know, it never stops. So yeah, that's what it is.
Thank you very much for your words of illumination.
Is that how you felt?
Yes, the
Honestly.
illumination now. Yes. Yes.
Illuminated. Did you feel illuminated?
Yes, I did.
I feel like you're whining me though,
Why
but
they
it's
doubt
okay.
they doubt the voice of man? God rescue us.
I'm telling you, I
Mm.
doubt the voice of men. Okurun.
Oh, that's so. Okay, so how was your week, Ugochi? Like, how was your week? Any ups, downs, middles?
Holistically,
You went to the
I have a
gym?
lot of shout outs to give. Ah, you've
Okay.
been seeing it, Abby. I did prayer una.
Oh,
I did give una
oh,
prayer.
that's
Love
so.
it. Um, hey, okay, yes, I went to the gym a lot this week. Um shout out, big massive shout out to Landlady of Lagos. I was
Oh
going to
yeah,
tell
shout
you
out to
before the pod started, but
shout out to her.
like I'll still tell you, Sha. We go see talking
Yeah.
for back, right? But big shout out to Landlady of Lagos. I was having a challenge with spaces to work from, and I hit her up, and she gave me some like over 3 weeks access to her office space. So
Hey,
that's where I'll
you
be
know they
working
live
from
in
for now.
you're living in Obodo Yibo. You're working from Obodo Yibo.
That's it. Please, you need to treat me. I'm fragile. Do you understand? I love
I
her so
beg,
for seeing my
they
fragility.
should put you in secretariat to go and work. You now know how far.
No, I'm so grateful to her. Shout out to her for that. So of course that already says to a part of my week. Um, our lights went bad this week, so we didn't have lights. And for the first time since fuel
Yeah,
turned, I know, oh,
that's bad.
it's so painful. Um, and so for the first time since fuel turned 617 naira, I went to go and buy fuel. I
Hey.
bought 20 liters for 11,440 naira. I remember
Uh,
because it pained me when it
I'm
was leaving
sorry.
my
I can feel
blush.
your pain. I can feel your pain. I'm very
Ah,
sorry. I'm very sorry.
I bought at 580. I nearly won't faint. All my body started to
Sorry.
pay me automatically. I was going through
Automatically.
pains.
Pains.
Please listen, do you get? And so that's hence why I needed like a workspace because it was stalling a lot of my work trying to wait for electricity. And then running gen for long hours. I also hate the sound of gen, so I couldn't. I need to buy an inverter ASAP. But yeah, try to do some work. I also spent a couple of days with family this week. I thank God for good health. Um, yeah. So work, hospital, life, fuel, and I had a great weekend. Of course, my weekend was fantastic. I went for Vicky James had a master class that ran for I think a week where she had attendees from all over the world come and listen to her. The workshop showcased from tailoring to company structuring, business development, strategy, a lot of things. And I'm sure the women who turned up there were really, like, really, really spoken to and richly blessed in a sense, because that's what it is. And my friend Ugomoye spoke there, and so I accompanied him there, and had a great time, an amazing time, really listening to these women from Cameroon, Senegal, Sierra Leone, America, Ghana, coming, the Bahamas, everywhere, just coming to listen to this here in Nigeria was amazing for me to see. When I that's why I tell you, I was saying at the beginning, like, when Nigeria is actually great because in here lives great people and people are sorting after them from all over the world to hear what they have to say. That's so amazing to me. I don't know how it's happening, but it's happening right now, really. Yeah, I had that. I went to church this evening. First time at Church of the Assumption Falomo. It was amazing. Yeah, I
That's
had a
rich.
pretty
That's
much
rich
chilled
people's
week.
church. Oh. In case you guys know, that's rich
Listen,
people's church.
have you
That's for the
seen
rich
me? I
Catholics.
look.
That's not for
That's
the
me.
pedestrian
What?
Catholics. That's for the rich
So
Catholics.
I don't know why you're emphasizing it. Are you trying to say that I'm not rich or something?
No, I'm saying that's for rich Catholics so that you know
Eh,
Ugochi's. It's outside. Just I say, madam, just give Mama, just give us small 2K for the
see,
boys
let me
because you
let
don't
me
go
tell you
Church
the
of the
truth.
Assumption. And we
See
assume
the
because we went to the Church of Assumption, we now assume
yes,
that
so
you
I've
are rich.
assumed into heaven
Yeah.
with
Thank
the
you.
Virgin Mary.
Nothing
See,
again.
Ayo, is this thing you're saying about it being a rich church is not a lie because even the
You see, how-
sermon was different. They were talking
you see, how
about the priest. Do you understand? The priest was talking about sports today, and he was talking about polo, tennis. I was like, of course,
rich
polo
man
and
sports,
tennis.
rich
Do you
man
understand what I
sports. They
mean?
didn't see it on
See,
my side though. They
finesse.
didn't see Maggie
He did.
post.
No, at all. And then he was like football, tennis, polo. I was like, that's it. So you need to keep your eyes on the ball. I said, that's listen,
If you see
expensive
Ugochi
balls.
outside, just tax am. Just tax am. She get money.
I beg,
She
make
get
una no
money.
tax me, make I no like give you. Now the thing where
Okay.
they talk about, say sometimes they be like, say that's how my helper will be looking at me. You think I have plenty of money? I don't have. Please, let shall know me. Forgive,
Mm.
help me. I beg you, help me. Thanks. If you see me outside, press like 300K inside my hand first. Let me use it and be seeing front. You understand?
Okay. All right.
Thank you and God bless. Ayo, how was your week?
My week was good. I went back to work, and when I say went back to work, we went to office work, physical work. No more working from home
Amazing.
again. So,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Luckily, Tinubu has solved the traffic problem in Lagos, so traffic is not that bad.
Thankfully.
Going, going, and coming back.
I swear.
Worked on some things, chasing down some people. What else again did I do? I think that's it. I can't remember what I did again during the week. I
Why
think
were you
that's it.
chasing people down?
Interview now. If you are chasing, now you define
Oh yeah,
something, you go
yeah,
chase
yeah.
people now. You chase people.
Fair.
Nothing much. Added a few things to my wardrobe. Simple as that. Nothing much again.
How
Yeah.
come you did not show
We
me? I
go. We
thought
go.
we're buds on that level.
Oh, I will show you now. No what. It's just
Thank you.
pants or anything else. But yeah, it was
Love
a
it,
chill
love
week.
it.
didn't do much on Saturday. I just stayed home.
Mm.
Sunday to work obviously is on Sunday, so God day.
Mm.
One day pray from the captives of the mighty. And behold,
See, don't worry.
when the Israelites looked, they didn't see the Egyptians anymore. That's all I can
Listen,
say.
done. Swallowed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Consumed.
yeah. So that's my week, chilled week. Nigeria was
Love it.
Nigerian. I talk about
Hmm.
it. And yeah, that's our roundup for the week. Let's move on to greater
Love
things.
it.
X of the
Amen. No.
week, or tweet of the week, or whatever it's called right now. I don't know. It's not even called X.com. No more Twitter.com. God help us. God help
Love
us.
it.
Um, internet is loading.
Do you
Sorry, we're in
ever
Nigeria.
have you ever tried it with, have you ever tried putting x.com into like Google search and see if it pops X videos pops up first?
No, because I
I'm
work.
going
I
to
work in
actually
the
try
company.
it.
I do that. I can't do my office, please. What did I say? Please, can you come over? Yeah,
I swear I'm
it's
going to
not.
actually try right now.
I
X.com.
don't do that.
Tweet of the week. You are now listening to the tweet of the week, the tweet that stood out the most on Twitter.
X of the week. This is from Martin Okoro, verified user. So that means he paid. The man has money.
Love
Um,
it.
he tweeted, "My neighbor traveled to Dubai for about a week now. Yesterday, his wife was cleaning the house and found his international passport. Wahala, oh, wahala deo. Two crying emojis with tears. Okay. Unless you have double passports, which is getting harder right now because of the way they've digitalized the process, you have some
Mm.
explaining to do, sir. Because this Dubai, did you go on camel or did you go on boat? Explain to us, sir. Because it is not
He did
definitely
pew.
through. You did not do the airway. You did not do airway flying, and you cannot walk that fast in that short of a time. So, Madam has brought your matter, or the neighbor has brought your matter to the Twitter communion or Twitter or X commune to come and explain your fuck up as it may be. How can you if you dey do she know if you dey do she know why you go forget your passport when lie is too much? Eh? Some
Maybe
men they
he
fuck up.
went to
Went where?
maybe it's an outdated passport. How about that?
Oh no, this is the
Did,
story.
did they
Look,
mention if it was
one
like
one thing I've learnt:
outdated?
don't let the truth get in the way of a very good story. This is a very good story. So let's forget all those details. The man's passport was found at home. So Oga,
Mm.
explain, where did you go to? Which Dubai? Is there a Dubai in Nigeria? No, because we have small London in Lagos. So maybe
I
there's small
know.
Dubai
Or
in one
somewhere in
part.
the north.
Maybe there's small Dubai somewhere in the north that you've not told us. Maybe I read that around that Niger
May-
border. So come and explain, sir. We are part of the delegation that come and
lem-
help us fight. I ask for peace instead of war. So explain, sir.
Broker piece.
Hmm.
Yes.
So this is what this is why I respect women. I have to shout out to all women who cheat. You
Mm.
have to respect cheating women. First of all, if you're a cheating woman and you're listening to this,
Mm.
clap your hands, because you can never catch a woman that is cheating. It's
No
impossible.
paper trails, G.
It's nothing. They swallow it. Well, man, we are so
See,
ordinary small thing. We go to do anyhow. Why? Focus.
Ayo,
Focus.
do you know women that watch like crime movies, how to
Yes, those
get
are the
away
scary
with
people.
like
Those are first
yeah.
of all, those are
Why do
first
you
of all,
think they're
I believe
learning
that
all those things?
first of all, I believe that women are
But they're
psycho.
watching it.
Women are psychopaths because it's hard for you not to see a woman
Low
who
key.
will not be who will not be like focus when they're showing crime and investigation. You see women actually go out, buy suya,
Or
take diary, what they call it,
see,
groceries with floating berries.
see it's
You be
groceries.
watching crime and investigation from morning till night.
See, or
And you,
thriller
sorry,
movies.
sorry, and you as a stupid son of Adam will not be fighting with that woman. Why do you
I'm
want to
telling
die
you.
at a young age? Why? Why? A woman that's listening to, that's watching crime and investigation already has 10 perfect ways to kill you. 10. And you're not
She
arguing
get
with
what
her,
I
or
mean.
you're not cheating on her. My Mr. Man, you know, you're committing suicide, you know. That's all I
See,
can tell
and
you.
she will not be caught on any 10 of those scenarios. None of them will she be caught. She'll
Yes.
clean up the
Oh,
scene like it never happened.
I beg, I beg. all you men that are cheating with this thing, your wife knows. The day they're poisoning you, you'll be surprised. You don't know.
You
Or the day you go
understand?
blind, or the day you go missing. It's not every man that went missing that just decided to leave his house. Now, your wife carry him, just told the gods,
I
please
swear.
take him to the cave or somewhere. Yeah, you people are, take him. Yeah, yeah. But shout out to the guy who
Um,
sent the X of the week or tweet of the week. That was actually a nice one.
oh, they sent it to you.
No, no, I'm just saying that he tweeted it, so
Oh,
I
oh,
mean
the guy that
he said it.
tweeted it. Ah, yeah,
Yes, or
love
exted
it.
it, or exted it.
They ex it
The
to you
exted
based on like
he exted it
scent.
to us. He exted it on
Eh,
X. Okay, so from one
mad.
crime and investigation to a real crime and investigation. I saw this during
Mm,
the week, but I didn't actually have time to read it until we were getting ready for the podcast.
mm-hmm.
Nursing graduate found dead in Ibadan, body parts missing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Nollywood movie. This is not a Nollywood headline. This is actually a crazy crime metro story that happened in Nigeria in the great city of Ibadan, ancient city of Ibadan. And
Yeah.
this happened on Friday when the body of a young nurse was discovered without a womb after she allegedly went for a night outing. The nurse identified as Omoni Boluwatife was found dead and her body evacuated by the police. According to reports, Boluwatife, a graduate of Lee City University, was on Tuesday inducted into the Nursery and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. She had reportedly gone to celebrate her recent induction into the nursing profession at a nightclub on Tuesday night before she was later found dead. They didn't mention the nightclub, or maybe it wasn't stated in the story. Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, we are here once again. Unfortunately, another, how will I put it, ritual crime or organ crime. Yeah, so sad to see.
Really sad. Like I saw the news.
Yeah.
So I have a star blog on Telegram. I'm not
Oh,
ashamed to say
shout out to
this,
you.
but I have them on
Yeah, you're
Telegram.
not
So
ashamed to say
like,
because
do you get?
uh, yeah,
I mean, I me carry my hand go meet them for there. Um, and like when the gist just dropped, I was like, yo. So I, on their Telegram page, they actually then now show like the actual body. Like on Instagram, they like blur it out and stuff. But
yeah,
like the VV, like the actual picture, my God, the actual video. Why? Like why? Like how? Why? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like
it
I
makes sense
couldn't.
actually.
There are no words. Yeah, it's just like how desperately. Well, the truth is, I don't know. People, as I said, like there's no black and white. People are just really. They're just different types of people, and like the way they now even stuffed her belly with something or something. If I was not mistaken, like they took out what they wanted to take out and like stuffed something in her belly or something. It's just like why?
Mm.
And her mom apparently had come from Port Harcourt to Ibadan to come and be with her for the induction.
Wow,
Apparently. Yeah. Only for her to go out and be told like her daughter is dead. How crazy is that?
Amo.
Man. I don't even understand the full country like this. And nothing is going to
It's
happen. That one is just for
yeah,
the
it's gone. It's
birds.
gone. Yeah, it's just gone.
Actually.
It's just
Yeah.
part of history
Nobody's going to
right
talk
now.
about it. Yeah, nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to try to find who did this. Try to trace. Yeah, and like just as a mother, for you to come for your as in you've trained your child. I'm sure they had dreams and hopes and everything, and phew, and then nothing is going to happen. Who's going to find your child for you? Who's going to find people who did this to your child? The person is probably going to be large for a long time, and nobody's just going to know. It's so painful
Yeah,
to. It's so painful to see.
yeah, and you have to really think about this kind of crimes that are not like strictly murder crimes. Like they are more sinister because obviously, if you take out somebody's womb, in my mind, obviously as a Nigerian, that means you're using it for some dark magic, juju, fetish kind of stuff, right? And we see this.
Vibe.
At least I see this kind of stories almost every month where they catch somebody with skulls. They catch people at graveyards. People go missing, never to be seen again. And there's just like this underworld in our transport, like nightlife and transport, where anything can go wrong, and your life will be changed forever. Look at this young lady now. She just get finished nursing and midwifery school. Life was about to start, and God knows. And these people are never apprehended. At
Exactly.
least a lot of them are never apprehended, and it feels like there's a
Mm-hmm.
syndicate that has not been. They've not been. The Nigerian police force has not been able to crack, or doesn't wish to crack, or just don't give a fuck about this.
Mm-hmm.
I know as kids we used to hear stories. Even Otokoto was very popular back in the day. Fortunately,
Mm-hmm.
they caught the person, or they caught the boy, but they never caught the real people behind it. I think there's always that veil of, oh, we can't pass this certain level because there are big people behind it. Even Clifford Oji.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we arrested Clifford Oji. He went to Kirikiri, but the people who were buying body parts from Clifford Oji were never revealed, were never arrested, were
Mm-hmm.
never apprehended. Yeah, and
Exactly.
it just shows to show you that you can't be too careful in our society, especially where the police is lax and security is lax.
Mm-hmm.
Even if nobody's saying, "Oh, don't go out and have fun or go to the nightclubs." People go to the nightclubs every day. Some people are going to nightclub for 20 years and nothing has ever happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And some people go to nightclub for one day and shit goes upside down. So you just have to
Listen.
know that as you are going out, you must have safety checks. Let people know where you are. Maybe every 30 minutes or every 1 hour, they send you a message. Are you okay? Are put on your live location to your friends. Carry pepper spray if you have to. What's the
Mm.
other one again? After pepper spray, there's the other one.
Taser.
Taser. Carry taser along. Yeah, I always have money. Always have physical cash on you. You don't want to be end up in a situation where you have to rely on a shady person to for transportation at night. It not
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound really, really great. Yeah. It's a sad story to hear. We hope that the police will do what they have to do. But as a betting man, I cannot put my money on the Nigerian police force at all.
You
You
bet.
know. No, I'm just no, that's just a saying. Like if I were meant to
Oh
bet
yeah,
now, like
also yeah.
say,
But like I was just
oh
asking though, do you bet?
yeah, no, I don't. I don't. If they say the
Oh,
fate of the
okay.
world is right now depends on me betting that Nigerian police will crack a crime or solve a crime. And like the world is about to die. The world is about to end. Everybody say your prayers.
But you
Because
know
I
they
am not
surprised us a
betting.
couple times.
Yeah, but one out of but it's like those are like singular cases, not like institutional, like there's no institutional reform to make me believe that I will go there and I'll get justice.
Yeah.
But who knows? They might surprise us. I'm actually finding these people. Because over the time,
Mm-hmm.
they find people at the end of the day, and
Mm-hmm.
justice, even though it's slow, is served.
Flash in
So
the
let's just
pan.
hope. Yeah, and for you guys going out nightlife, for me and my own household, after 7 o'clock, my don't day house. I know they find anything with the outside.
See, if you like, no, see, I don't see where they did behead person for Charlie Boy bus stop by early
So Charlie Brown
momo
was
5
wild.
at
You
6 a.m.
I went
They
to Grace
say
High
for you
School.
and your household. Eh,
I went to
okay. I
Grace
don't
High
know where
School,
that
and
is.
Grace High School.
No.
Grace High School is very close to Charlie bus stop. So when you drop at Charlie bus
Mm,
stop, walk straight
mm-hmm.
down, I think turn to your left to get to Grace High School. There's a day they
Interesting.
caught an armed robber there and they burnt the armed robber.
Mm.
And the guy's rib
Ah,
cage was there for months. On the road, you see his rib
whoa.
cage there for months. You see children passing and you see a rib cage
That thing used
straight
to be
up.
so common in Lagos,
Yeah,
like in the late 90s. Gosh, dead bodies
yeah.
on the road, mid 90s, late
Dead
nineties.
bodies on the road.
See,
Yeah.
you know, this week I don't know. Just to add to like the what we're talking about in terms of safety, especially for my girlies out there, because I feel like there are people who are entering Lagos from other places in Nigeria and they do not know the evil that lives here. They think that Lagos is the Lagos they see on Instagram. Your
No, that's not the
security
case at
should be
all.
your priority. Do you understand? And well, even though this happened in Ibadan, but like I'm about to refer to an event that happened this week as well. Sometimes when people are looking for Uber on the island, well, to move around, they're like, oh, the Uber takes time, blah blah blah. It takes too long. Well, and this is not me trying to give bad PR to all these other car hailing apps, but there was this report on Channels TV. This guy who is a rider driver who he's a graduate. Oh, he was talking about he was caught by the Nigerian police, and he started to confess about how he operates. So
Yeah.
apparently this guy has been robbing girls for at least 2 months now. He said he just started,
Wow.
but in Gajukuni, who are we going to ask if it's 2 months or 7 months or 3 years?
Table no
Nobody knows.
timetable
Now
no
when they
dey now.
catch you,
Register no dey.
do you
Yeah, register
understand?
no
You
dey
go
now. Timetable
explain,
no dey.
explain. No evidence.
No.
Nobody, you understand? So the guy was talking about how he and his friends had come together. There are three of them. They agreed that every Friday night around 12 midnight till early morning, he goes around Lagos, trying to pick riders and specifically girls. And the girl has to be
Damn.
alone. Yeah.
Oh
This
fuck.
is on Channels TV. Yeah, I'll try to share it on my story, or I'll share it with you so you can post it or something, because not everybody might get to see it, right? And he said that he had come up with that because the country was now hard, that he wasn't blaming the economy for the dubious act on it. Well, go first of all, what happens? So once it's midnight, Friday in Lagos, he goes around. If he's a guy, he cancels the ride. If he's a babe, he picks her up. He goes to a secret place or some place that is out of reach in the dark somewhere. You know, we don't get street lights for Lagos. In fact, we don't get street
Yeah.
light for Nigeria. Maybe some places in Abuja, some places in Lagos, but like get the jerk. So he takes the girl there. He calls those his two friends. They rob her empty. And who knows if that is the
Damn.
only thing that they do? Do you get what
Yeah.
I mean?
We don't know. Yeah.
Is you get it? So, like, if you're a girl out there, whether you're in university, wherever you are here in Nigeria, whether you're in Ibadan, whether you're in Nowhere, whether you're in Port Harcourt, whether you're in Kano, whether you're in Jos, wherever you are in Nigeria, please, and you can hear us speaking, your priority should be secondary. It should be primary, sorry, not secondary. Should be the most important thing for you. When I tell people I don't have a car right now, and so I depend a lot on car hailing apps, like, right? If it's not Uber, I'm very wary to take it, because
Yeah.
more than any, I've lived close to these two offices before, Bolt and Uber. I don't even have both on my phone anymore. I've deleted them because even if you as much as lose something, just even forget something in Bolt, that's the end. You can't go and report anywhere. They tell you in their terms and conditions, always read the fine lines. They tell you there, like, we're not liable to anything, driver behavior, anything. But Uber, I don't think it's perfect, but they have secured this for themselves. And if you know me, Uber is my favorite app in the world for this reason, especially because of security. And take it from somebody who has also been robbed in Lagos. I've been stabbed in Lagos. I don't enter one chance like 3 times. So like when I'm moving
Damn.
around, I'm super conscious. Yes, someday I'll talk about these stories, but like you need to be alert because people are wicked. The world is wicked, and nobody. You be vibing with some people. Sometimes you think that they got you, they ain't got you. So like, try to also. I know it's not easy because the economy is weird. It's difficult. You're a babe. You want to go out. Some guy is promising to pick up the bill. Have your girls on
Odogu.
guard. Do you get what I
Odogu.
mean? See, when I'm going out, I share my location. As old as I am, I don't care. Somebody needs to know where I'm going to, because imagine what would have helped or changed this girl if somebody had even known where she was going to. But she probably be thinking,
Yeah.
let me go for some private chills on my own with these guys, blah blah blah. Or maybe even the girls that haven't connived to set her up. I've heard stories like that. But like,
Now
please know your
man they
people
do
and
man
stay
now.
there. You understand? Know your people and stay there really, and please try to be as security conscious as possible. It's not vibes and inshallah. This is real life. Juju is real. They no be those things where they see for film. Even now what they show for film na small. It's real.
They read
I
Evian there
beg.
outside.
Listen, no be small Evian. I beg,
Yeah.
please. Let's be safe
All
out
right,
here
guys.
and tough times,
Yeah,
huh?
guys. Yeah, guys. Please let's be safe out here. Everybody, shine.
Listen.
You red eye. Shine your eye.
You
Shine your eye
get
very very well. Speaking
see.
of Juju. Speaking of Juju, I was
Yeah.
surprised that Ugochi watched a movie that I watched on Saturday. It's on Netflix. In
Don't
case
tease me.
anybody
Are you
doesn't
going
know,
to
is
talk
the
about it?
yeah, let's talk about it since we watched it now.
Fantastic. There
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Since we have nothing else to talk about anyway, because let's say this week dry one kind. But so the name of the movie is Jagun Jagun. It
Mm,
is it stars the famous Yoruba actor. Femi Adebayo. Let me get his name right, though, before you Yoruba people kill me. Please,
In
how is
fact,
Femi
it's star
Adebayo?
studded.
So it's
The
very
movie
star
is
studded.
star studded.
It's what they yeah, it's Femi Adebayo. It's what they do in Nigerian movies where they have an ensemble cast. So everybody here is famous. And if you watch Yoruba movies very well, I don't watch it very well, but I know the faces. So every scene, I was like, I know this person, I know this person, I know this person, I know this person now. And he also had legendary actors there. He had his father, he had Ika Quadri, he had some very, very OG people there. And the surprising thing for me, a lot of people who understand Yoruba movie industry, right? The three biggest actors to come out from Yoruba movie industry in the last 10 years were in that movie. We have
Yes.
Odunlade. No, the last four, sorry. We have Odunlade. We have Latif. Oh, let me get his name. I don't know why I'm bad with their names.
There was yeah,
Uh,
it's okay.
eh,
I've infected you. I'm sorry. Bad
sorry.
communication.
Adedimeji,
Uh,
Latif Adedimeji, who is the current like hot boy in the Yoruba movie industry. We have Femi Adebayo, and we also have Ibrahim Chata. Those are the four biggest Yoruba actors in the last 10, 15 years. And they were all in this movie. And they used them. So Odunlade was used in the beginning, first scene. Ibrahim Chata was used at the end, last scene. Then while Femi Adebayo and Latif Adedimeji played opposites, protagonist and I don't know, antagonist. Yes, let me remember like
See,
remember literature. And
I
in
love it.
case you don't know it, let me just give you a small synopsis. It's an epic Yoruba story of a notorious warlord and a young guy who joins the notorious warlord's school for warriors because he wants to avenge the death of his people in his village. But so Adedimeji is the Latif Adedimeji is the good guy or the young warrior, and Femi Adebayo is the Jagun Jagun himself, a very notorious guy who his jazz is from his jazz is avian. He too strong.
See,
He
strong
too
there.
strong. Yeah, and in that military camp, you see people like Mr. Macaroni, Ijebu, a whole lot of
Yeah.
people. This
Bimba
lady,
Ademoye too.
yeah, maybe Ademoye was there. Feti Abalogun was in the movie also.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you love, this guy is there, Woli Agba too. Yeah, if you love you like Yoruba culture and Yoruba history, you'll like this. And I think the story alone is even powerful. That story can work in
Very
any
true.
tribe. You can convert it to an Igbo story and it works. You can convert it to a Hausa Fulani story, it works. And it's very, very great. And I was surprised Ugochi watched it. I'll let her talk about the movie first of all.
First of all, I'm going to say that this dynamism you just spoke about, I'm going
Yeah,
to ask you a question. I feel like there's something happening in the entertainment industry, and it is based on the dualism of cultures, or well, not duality or dualism, but like the variety of cultures we have in Nigeria. I'm going to come to that,
yeah,
but especially between Igbos and Yorubas. Um,
yeah.
First off, I saw a clip of Jagun Jagun on Phil's story. Shout out to Phil.
Shout out to Phil.
um and I was saying to myself, like, I asked him, like, what is this? And he tells me. And then subsequently, you know how that thing cognitive biases, I started seeing it on
Yeah,
different people's stories after that,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
had now figured like what it was. And he then told me it was on Netflix, and I quickly go on Netflix. By the way, my Netflix access has been denied. The person where I dey patch upon, he don't. It be like saying Netflix don't catch our too. So now I no fit patch upon again. So now
Password
I might have
sharing.
to
They
be a
don't
big
catch
girl.
una.
Do you understand? I might have to be a big girl and go and renew it or go and do mine or something. But anyway, God works in mysterious ways. I know another login will come. Yes.
Hey,
Um
amen.
me, I'm trying to reduce cost of adulting as much as possible. Anywho, I just watched it this night, and so first of all, I'm terrible with names. Everybody, if you've listened to it for long enough, you know that I'm the worst person when it comes to names.
Vale.
The opening scene of the movie first,
Oh my Lord.
landscape. Hey,
Odunlade is a bastard. He killed
do
that.
you get
He
what I
killed that scene.
mean? No,
He
what's the
killed
name
that
of the
scene.
Jagu Jagu guy himself? Ogunji
Um,
bi abi
Ogudiji or something
Oguniji.
like that. Yeah.
Oguniji. Hey, see the way he walked, when they showed into his palace and he was passing
Ogundiji.
by the
Yeah.
crocodile, this and the true meat. Exactly.
But
Ogundiji. Ah,
do you know
no,
what I
this
love about his
movie.
character? You know what I love about
Tell
his
me.
character? The
Tell
way he
me.
jacks his neck. The way he jacks his neck. Where he's talking.
Yes, his
Like
mannerisms.
that
Fuck.
was
That
mad.
guy
That
was
was mad.
hard.
Yeah.
And see the act, everything about that movie is perfect. First of all, I need to say, from the story to the casting to the cinematography, everything perfect in my opinion, right? And
Yeah.
so I was watching, and then it's a fully Yoruba movie, and so I had to like read subtitles to be able to follow up. So and everybody, like, I had to tell everybody because I watched it with my friend and her friend. I had to tell them,
Yeah.
see, you guys keep quiet so that I can be able to focus on this thing that I'm reading, you know. And then, of course, the person, one of the people, one of my friend's friend who was sitting down there is also a movie person. Like, he works in the Nigerian movie and movie entertainment industry. I even told him whether
Okay.
he would like to come on 234. I'll see how that works.
Yeah.
And giving me backstory to like some things that happened in the movie sort of almost spiced it up for me. He was telling me how when what's the name of that lead, that Botija Latif, when he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
crying sometime at the beginning, he was actually really crying on set because he had actually hurt his leg really
Yeah,
really.
he broke his leg.
He
There's
really
a
hurt his
video on TikTok where they were trying to fix his leg for him. He broke his leg on the first day of shooting.
exactly exactly.
Everywhere, every throughout that whole movie, his leg was broken.
He
He
was
was
in
mending it.
pain. I
Yeah.
swear. And like when he told me all of like so watching the movie with them, gosh, you guys, amazing. And then just seeing how all the different stories interwove into each other. How at the
Yeah.
beginning, I love Ogundiji so much. Listen, I felt he was the good guy in the movie because they portrayed him as that at first. And
Yeah.
before the
Yeah.
movie ended, I hated him so much. If na me dey there, be Fatia Balogun wasted time. I mean, for first chook am knife, make he die.
Sorry, guys. There's a spoiler. So if you don't want to listen for this is
See,
what the
just
point
stop
that you go
now.
stop now and go to Netflix. This one has a
I
spoiler.
swear.
Yes.
Listen, and we cannot
Yeah.
go without the spoiler. I think you need to be interjecting as I'm talking because at
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Yeah.
point, I go they cast one or
So
two things.
what I love about the movie is like when I watch that opening scene where he threw the meat into the alligator, like, God damn, okay.
Listen,
Then they now took
powerful.
us to where Odunlade where he killed one of the king's sons, or the first one, his first son Prince, and told them that they
Yes,
must go and give him the crown,
the
the real
crown.
crown. When they now bring down the crown, he holds the crown, and all of a sudden we just see a knife or a dagger rolling in the air and cuts
God.
Odunlade's hand off. Boom.
Pew.
Next scene, we just see Femi Adebayo go on his ride on his horse and disappear. I'm like, bro, this is how you fucking introduce a villain. Like this is like
Listen,
wow. Like this is the real shit.
powerful,
This is the real shit.
powerful.
You know. And there's a scene where what's his name? The hero of the movie. Ugh, I've forgotten his name again. Adedeji.
Who?
I just
Botija?
is that his name? Latif
Is he
Adedeji.
Latif Botija
Yeah,
now?
yeah, 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 okay, yeah.
Mm.
Where he was walking in the forest and the tree fell. Now, if you are not raised
God.
in, see, people that understand what I'm saying now, if you're not raised in Oritage, you don't know that that was a popular thing in those old NT Channel 7 movies where somebody who has a lot of spiritual power is walking and your enemy wants to kill you and they send a tree to fall on you. So when that happened, the guy was like, that me and you have made covenants now. That,
Do
because
you
he comes from
understand?
a village where they are very spiritual
Yes.
with trees, He
Trees.
now told the tree to
Yes.
go back up again. I like whoever wrote this
Amazing.
movie was born, and I'm not surprised because Femi Adebayo's father is Bello,
The
Oga Bello.
veteran.
And Bello
Yes.
comes from that era, and Yinka Quadri, they come from that era. They know that real spiritual shit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just the concept of you having a warrior school, it kind of sounds like a woman king, but it's kind of different also.
Yes.
I
Oh
like
my
the
God.
choreography. I like the
Of the
fighting.
fighting.
The
Yes.
first fight where that guy called
Fantastic.
Shongo, Tony
Hey.
Abraham's husband, where the guy called
Yes.
Shongo, I'm like, yo, this is mad, like fam.
God.
Yeah, and when they were beating his guys, he now called them. What's the name of that spirit? I forgotten his name.
Are
No,
something.
no, no, it's not. You know what that spirit? That spirit now came into the battlefield. I was not fucking it. I said, yo, Now you have my attention. Because after I watched this
Hmm.
movie, it's on my Instagram story with the poster say, now you have my attention. This is how you fuck shit up.
Listen.
Like the beauty
Listen.
of the a lot of like the beauty of the language is so mad. Those guys were
Yes.
at some point they were going poetic, they were rhyming, they're using the same
Because
word with
that's all
different
it
meanings
could
and rhyming.
be.
I was like, wow, this is not what we'll be
See.
asking people to do all along. You'll be giving us all these lecky
Listen.
movies. Take you back to where
Listen.
all the best
Stupid,
of.
shallow conversations.
Give me the epic shit. Oh no, 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 no.
Listen.
No. And Femi Adebayo, like I didn't believe like he was that good of an actor. But after watching this, I was like, fam,
Mm.
this nigga. If they don't nominate all these guys, at least him and Adedimeji Lateef for AMVCA, they rob them. They rob them.
See,
They rob them
does
because they
Nigeria
killed
have
them.
anything in the Oscars at this point? Because we need to be on there, and I hear there are Nigerians on the Oscar committee for this year.
So yeah, so it's the way it works is every country presents its own movie, right?
They need to
So it's
present this
like
Jagun Jagun.
we hope so because they didn't present Kunle Afolayan last year.
No,
And
they
Kunle was
must
telling them
present
that
this one.
Kunle was
We'll
saying that the
protest.
people Kunle was saying that the people in the committee I even know more than I know more than them in filmmaking. So who are they?
There's also that.
Anyway, I love the use of language. It was very
See,
very Shakespearean at some point. You
yes.
know, when Kings now came to come and even honor him, because he was having his own title. The guy was so powerful that the guy created his own title for himself.
See,
This
I.
is a guy that used to beg. They beg
Mm-hmm,
you,
mm-hmm.
please. There's war in my village. Come and help us, please.
Listen.
And the guy will come out and he will send his boys and they'll do the shit. It's
See,
really
let me
dope.
tell
It's
you.
really
Or
dope.
he'll send Aremo. That's the name of that spirit. I know it's Are something. I think it's
It is not
Aremo.
anymore. I've
I'm
forgotten the
telling
name.
you.
I've forgotten the name.
Ayo. Google it. And if
Mm.
I'm correct, you give me thank you. Go and
No,
Google
Aremo
Abi
is
Agemo.
It's
Agemo.
fair.
Is it
Aremo is
Agemo or
very
Agemo? Aremo.
I get more.
Agemo.
I get more.
Age.
That's it.
You would have want to go and Google it. Make I chop your 10,000 naira this night.
I like was
Ah.
when when he burnt that guy for helping them in the prison. You remember? And he took
Yes,
that
yes, yes, yes.
and he dropped the guy's dead body in the village. And that babe, his lover, went to go and meet the
She
god
nearly
or her
won't
gods
die.
and say they should go and
She go
fuck
and
him up.
fight.
And
No, not kill
um,
his
those
wife.
those statues
They
came
should
out and they shot Feta Balogun. Feta
see.
Balogun said, "Lie, see incantation."
See.
She she vomited the bullets twice. Bullets said the
Let me
third
tell
time. The third
That's
time when the
when
thing was heavy.
Botija came.
Yeah, and he now just said that, he now made a command that all their guns should just turn into wood. Boom.
Yes.
That was the problem between him and Femi Adebayo's character.
Yes,
Because
yes,
Femi
him
Adebayo
and
will say,
Odiji.
if I allow this guy to grow, this guy go be powerful guy. Oh. This guy
More
go be
than
powerful
me.
guy. He now set him on all those fake errands, on all those fake tests. Yeah, it was
Just
actually
so that he
dope.
can die.
The,
I need to
the
I need
maddest one was when they told him they should put him inside coffin, no food, no water. And the guy was there like
see.
day 4. The guy was like, so, okay, your voice is still loud, Abby. They put him inside water or more. Now, so the guy starts to
Listen,
drink
oh,
incantation. If
I
they drink
swear.
incantation, saying, the way that
See.
explosion just happened at the end, boom. Like, no, nigga. And I say, bro, clap for these people. They've tried.
Ayo,
Please,
do you know that
game over.
this movie taught me that whatever, see, first of all, there's so many lessons for me, right? But this
Yeah,
movie taught me that whatever you believe in, know how to call that thing.
um,
Because when she goes out, you need to be able. That's why they say pray, oh. Because those things
mm,
they were praying. When they shot
that's
Fatia, she was
yeah.
praying. She was calling
Yes,
her gods.
that's gangster, She
See,
vomit
and the way
bullet.
she stand, they shout the Ira, the abomination. How they take they call that thing.
Yeah,
A war. I
it was
was happy.
you know what?
See,
This is the kind of
charged.
movies I grew up in because I remember Sunday 7 o'clock, enter channel 7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ayuba Kamara, Ade Yoloro, you see them
Mm.
battling, and you hear the words. These people are the incantations. You're like, God, this is on Lord of the Rings shit. And
Do
I'm
you get
very
what I
happy that
mean?
at least since in the last 2 years now, there have been 4 epic Yoruba movies. There was King of Thieves. There was one Kule
Mm-hmm.
Afolayan did. There's Orisha that
And
dropped like 2 weeks
Nicolako.
ago. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
have you
then
watched
there's
that?
No, I'm not watching it in cinemas. I'll try and watch it.
I watched it though.
Orisha. Oh, okay. Orisha
What?
dropped
Let's
like
talk
2 weeks
about it.
ago. When I watch it, maybe next week.
Okay.
Now we have Jagun Jagun. And from the way we are looking at things, Jagun Jagun will get part 2 because that guy will come for horse at the end. That guy now.
I'm telling
That guy is a
you.
fucker. That one just gonna say, okay,
Hey,
who create this fuck up? Who fucked this whole plan up
do you
now?
get?
Let me know. And let me go, man.
Hey, Ayo, no, this movie blew my mind more than
You know what?
anything.
You know the part that made me
This,
shout and you know the part that made me shout and jump on my bed
tell me.
when he opened Agemo's mask and he now revealed. I'm like, no,
Listen, game over.
why?
The suspense na 2 times because I think say as Agemo don come, he don see this Gbotija don die be that because I don see
Omo,
as the spirit dey move and
what did I
then
guess on? What did I guess on cheat code? Because any small thing we just call wood.
see power.
Like no, no. Power, day power.
See, remember at the beginning when he was going to go and sign up into Ogundiji's School of War.
Camp. Yeah.
They asked him, "Do you have any powers? Do you have
He
any
said no.
charm or anything?"
See,
You see, you no get
bro,
to
anybody that knows Yoruba, watch that scene and see how they played
see,
with words. Oh my, I'm like, bro, why now?
right?
You people are showing off now. Like easy fam. Easy
I
fam.
need to watch that movie again. I'm definitely going to
This
watch it
is
again.
this is the good thing, and I hope that other filmmakers are looking into this. Like, let's
From
get
other
stories about
cultures.
Igbo epic
Yes.
stories, also epic
Yeah.
stories, middle belts.
Yeah.
We need to have this kind of stories because it
Mm-hmm,
feels like
mm-hmm.
we're going back to the turning point, to ground zero,
Yes.
to school right
Mm-hmm.
now. Because if the people don't know where they're coming from, they don't know where they're going to.
Exactly.
We need
Exactly.
more. And shout out to Kula for Lion because he's going to do Anikula Po Part 2.
I
They've
hear it
even
might
shot
be
it
a
already.
series also.
Yeah, I think it's a series now. They've shot it already. I'm
Mm,
sure they're already editing before the end of the year to drop. We need stories like
fantastic.
this, man. The easiest way for people to embrace their culture and the language, especially for young people who feel lost, is just put it in
Yes.
films and let people
Exactly.
absorb that shit. And you'll be
Longevity.
amazed and how
See.
far that will go. You'll be amazed.
So listen, do you know when I was watching that movie, Igodo came into my head. Do you remember Igodo
Bro,
like in the 90s?
still believe Igodo is the greatest epic movie to come out from Nollywood.
See, I said I'm going to
That
go
guy
and watch
sacrificed
Igodo this
himself.
week.
That guy sacrificed himself. At
Do you
that point, I was
get?
like, no, fam, this is too much.
No,
I think after Igodo,
no.
the whole video died. After Igodo, there's no point again. We have done it. You've got to do the pinnacle.
Listen, no,
No.
on this podcast over the years, we've been talking about how underfunded the Nollywood is. Hence, why people are not like producing crisp
Yeah.
quality. Now we've
So shout out to
we've
Netflix
hacked the cheap
and
code.
everybody. Yeah,
We've
shout out to
hacked the cheap
Netflix,
code.
Amazon. They are
I
the ones dropping the
promise
bar for
you.
everything you are saying. Yeah.
Gosh,
What I would
I'm
like
like,
even to see from like the Igbo guys is that don't even do
yeah.
it in English. Do it in
Do you
Igbo.
understand? A full Igbo
Do it in
movie.
Igbo. See, people like whatever they like.
I swear.
People like watch Spanish series, watch French series now. But bro,
Do
if the
you
story is
get?
good, more you go watch this, you go check and subtitle the word like okay, and that's how you even learn languages. That's how Nigeria cannot even
Exactly.
be fine when you begin to even speak other languages through movies.
See,
That's
when
how
we
it works.
understand our diversity,
That's how
we
it
go
works,
too
and that is why
sweet.
please anybody who has the chance, if you're Netflix, go and watch Yahoo Plus. That's a
Yeah.
very Igbo story about contemporary um internet fraud and internet crime, and just using jazz. It's English,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of Igbo into it, and it's amazing.
Mm.
It is
You told me
very
to
low
go and watch
budget.
it.
It's real, but bro, there are mistakes there, but there are a lot of good things there also, and it's very real,
Mm.
very very real.
Yeah.
And these are the movies that we need. Like, I don't want to be seeing movie about somebody in Lekki. I'm tired of. If I see Lekki in any film now, I'll go
I
watch
will
it. I'm
scream.
tired.
I
I'm
will really
tired.
scream. I'm
Look at the
tired. Even the Lekki
cinematography
life is
whenever
so
they show.
fake.
Look at the cinematography when they show a new town. You just see greenery.
Yes.
See greenery.
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
bro, this so I tell you, places like this exist in Nigeria. Fam.
Of
And the way they built
course.
the sets,
Of
they
course.
built the
Oh,
set,
the
the
sets were
scholars,
so
the training
perfect.
school. I'm like, bro,
Hey.
that village where they went to slaughter everybody, and it was very, very sad that he slaughtered
Yes.
everybody. During the
It
Ajay
was so
festival,
sad.
where there's supposed to be peace, so
Yes.
he went there and he did it.
That's
No.
when he knew that Ogundiji was up to no good. Like, how can you tell
He
me to
killed.
come and kill people defenseless in a time of celebration? I should come
Yeah,
and kill.
he killed that guy that was like his mentor. That one that said he would give him jazz.
Yes,
That was very
he
painful
killed
too.
deaths,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That guy's
but
character was very good too.
mhm.
That guy's character was very good. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what? Another thing that I picked up from that movie, politics.
Oh yes, politics.
Um,
Look at the
I
kings
don't.
were using him now.
No, away from even the kings using him. I don't want to put it in today's Nigeria, but I mean, if you get what I'm trying to say, you might
No,
as well use your tongue to count
no,
your teeth,
you know
right?
what?
Tell
That
me.
ending, that speech that this guy gave at the end before they fought, where he was talking to those boys,
You
was a
get
political
me?
speech. It was a political
Yes.
speech. Easy.
See,
And
the
me, I
whole
caught it.
movie.
It
Me,
was
I
smart.
caught it as well. Oh. See,
Yeah.
that
So
was a good
they
way
put
to.
it on 2 levels. They're playing it on 2 levels. You have to actually listen well to know that Omo is actually
Yeah,
a commentary on politics and the way they use young men to further their own ambition.
yeah. Say, where are their own
Yeah,
children? You know,
yeah,
the politics in the movie was so it was alive, it was palpable. You could easily, if you're paying attention, as I already said, you definitely get it. And like just
yes,
even coming to understand how, so I was going to say something. Yes, the kings were sending Ogundiji on errands, but he is the
yes.
kingmaker at the
Omo.
end of the day. He
See,
was the kingmaker.
you
And
know,
so they could not speak against him.
they were afraid of him now
Yes.
because his
If you
jazz
put
was too
that
much.
in, see, oh my
There's
God,
something he
when
used to
Fate,
say. There's something he used to say, and I have to say
mm,
it. Ìwọ àti tani,
mm,
pẹ̀lú tani, lójú tani.
mm,
That is cocky. See, what that means is who is that person that has audacity to
do
come
you
and meet
understand?
me?
Hmm.
Whenever I used to say it, I'm like, bro, they wrote the script well. They knew the punchlines where they will
No,
catch people. No, no, no. Shout out to Femi
see,
Adebayo. Shout
do
out
you
to Femi
know,
Adebayo.
you know that thing also that they do in stage plays where there is an active scene, but there are also things happening in the background, like other people
Yeah,
are doing
yeah,
all
yeah,
that. They see
yeah,
this movie was
yeah.
too seamless.
It was seamless. Oh. It was
It was
seamless.
too
Like no,
sweet.
shout out to
I
this.
nearly
Shout out to
won't
these
faint.
people.
No, they were
Yeah.
too good. Everything
No,
from
no,
the,
no.
the choice of actors, the scenes. I like that the big actors, like they mixed it up nice. The big actors were not the guys
Mm.
getting only the special recognition. They were
No, 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 no.
people.
Do you know
This is
that
my
king
first
that
time.
told? You know that king that told him that he should go and fuck up. What's his name? That he should get rid of this guy. What's his name? The main actor
Eh,
himself.
who the
And then
dead guy?
no, 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 the Jagun Jagun guy. You know, there was a king that was advising him to get rid of
Oh yes,
the.
yes, 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 yes.
That is father I'm referring to.
That's
That
his
was his
father
father.
in real life. Yeah,
Yeah, that's his father in real
I
life.
heard
A
that.
veteran of over 40 years.
Yes.
Safe. Yeah.
Hmm. That no, the movie was, it was too beautiful. Like I can't
Yeah.
there was nowhere to fault it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was perfect. Like
See
even
that end.
the jazz, the
Did you see the
killings.
end where this guy's character he called on his wood gods, gods of the wood,
Yes,
and he brought
yes.
like two big woods and he threw it to this thing. My guy
See,
hold the wood, say the Chris. Now
do you
you
understand?
want use this for me. He
Do you know
wiped
what
out.
I do you know what I
He
thought
wiped
about
out.
when that happened?
Yeah.
So you know that he controls wood, but the wood came with fire. I know that
Yeah, yeah.
that Jagu Jagu guy is fire himself. Like
So I also think
plus
that his own power was just too
his
strong.
juju.
He was just too strong of a person.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. His own juju
Mm.
was see. I don't know that we should let that cat out of the bag, but the juju cook die.
The cook, no. The guy's
No,
jazz
the
was
juju
smart.
is hot. Eh?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Do you know? Let me
It was
tell
a
you one part
fascinating movie.
that burst my
Yeah.
head as well. You know that time that he put MC Macaroni and those two other guys inside prison for not going to that war.
He put it inside the tubu. That's what they call it in
Ehen.
Yoruba. Tubu.
Oh, see the way it take
Omo,
appear for that place.
so yeah, appear. I say, if not me, I'll go see. I'll roll and beg. I say, please, I'm
Do you
begging.
understand? They not fit
Don't
follow
touch
that
it.
guy play. Oh.
He didn't even punish them. It's the guy that was giving food he punished.
I
That he burnt
swear,
them alive. Yeah.
because now that one really disobeyed the other.
Yeah, macaroni them are bastards. They say may they go war. They say no, this war is too small for them to fight.
For
They go they
them, they're
sing,
big people.
sing song. Baba, the way Baba told them to roll on the floor.
I loved it so much. And for the
When
first time,
Balogun
mm-hmm,
was not begging. The guy was like, "Are you mad?" He's like, "What's your problem? Are
understand.
you okay?" No, that movie, it was mad. It was mad though. It was good. It
See,
was
for
good.
the
I might
first
watch it the second
time,
time again.
no, I'm going to definitely watch it. But for the first time, I saw MC Macaroni actually act in a
He's a good
movie.
actor. He doesn't get good roles. That's the problem.
Yeah. They always give him like waka pass, but nothing too serious, you
Yeah,
know. In
he's
a in a
actually doing.
Nicolako.
He's actually acting the biopic of a Yoruba king. He's the lead
Oh,
actor in that. He's
really?
acting the role of a king. Yeah, he's coming out maybe this year or next year. So I think he has broken
Amazing.
through finally. Yeah, he has broken through finally.
I'm so happy for him. Like
Yeah,
it was a good, everything in that movie was, the cohesion in the story, with the
the songs,
costumes,
the
with the
songs they used,
songs, with the
was nice.
sceneries, because they also use the right sets for the right places. Do you get what
Of
I
course,
mean?
no. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they
You
use the
actually
right
feel
sets.
it's you actually felt that you're in ancient Yoruba kingdom era kind of
Exactly.
being. Yeah.
See, do you know what? I know at some point during this review, we're saying like, oh, we don't want Lekki movies and shit. See, this, as much as, yeah, I agree with that 100%. See, every story is important. Please, can the
Yeah,
people
I'm not mad
who
about Lekki
direct,
stories, but it's just that it's too much. I'm just saying.
do, do you get what I mean? But like, the people
Yeah.
who direct these movies, can they be more intentional with the acting? Look at this Botija guy, this Latif guy. See the way they made
Latif is
him
a
gym up. He had to buff up
so
for this role.
yeah, if you look at Latif is not a small boy. Oh. Latif in the last 5 years has kicked, like I've said, he's the hottest guy right now. He's an
Mm-hmm.
actor. I've seen the guy. He's an actor, big time,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
time. He's an actor, and all of them, obviously, all of them had their time. To shine. One time, Modulade was the hottest. Femi Adebayo was the hottest. Ibrahim Chata was the
exactly.
hottest. But this guy right now is the box. Is box money, man. It's gold.
No, he's really good. For the mere fact alone, for me, that they made him like gain muscle for this
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
and then close
He
to
was
the end,
buff.
and I see why they needed him to gain muscle.
Yeah,
Away
yeah.
from the fact that he was training a warrior in training. He's also, see that time where he carry agemo they come. Who won't
And
carry
that
him
was
when he
heavy.
never chop?
And his leg was, spinning him there. Oh.
And leg was paining him. Oh. Talk more say
Yeah,
full body complete reach ground. No, it was
yeah,
important
yeah.
for him to really buff up, and it fits the script
That
so
movie is
good.
like some Braveheart, Game of Thrones
I
shit, man. It was
swear
actually good.
down.
It was actually good. It was actually good. I
I
like it.
swear
We need
down.
more of these stories across the country, man. Let us know more.
Ah,
Let's look at things fall
this is
apart.
the
Till
time.
today,
Oh.
things fall apart is still like when you say things fall apart, I still remember it
Mm-hmm.
because come on, Peter Doce, come on now. Nobody can forget that. Nobody can
Do you
forget
know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, so
Ah,
we need more stories. We need more stories like this. I need more
I
movies
think
like this. Shout out to
there's a
Jagun
part
Jagun.
of there's this a part of this conversation that we sort of missed. Remember the
Which one?
narrator's voice of
The nighter's
Jimmy
voice. Yeah,
Solanke?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, yeah.
When I heard this voice, I was like, no, this voice sounds familiar. I had to go and
It's his
my
voice
friend and I
now.
had to Google it, and we're like, fuck.
It's Uncle Jimmy. You know,
It's our
he
it's
retired and
our
went
thing.
to the village. He retired and
Mm-hmm.
went to his village. I'm sure they brought for them to bring him out or more. Therefore, don't
Fuck.
go prostrate. Therefore, don't go
I'm telling
prostrate.
you. But that man's voice is his signature. It
It's epic,
resonates.
epic. Eh?
Evergreen. Evergreen.
Storyland.
Storyland, storyland. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Eh? Now, wow, Nigeria, we don't really go for this country.
Well,
Oh. All of you we don't
congrats
jack,
to
but as soon as they manage.
congrats to the cast and crew. I saw
Ah,
when they did the premiere.
honestly,
It was actually very nice. This person was
amazing.
actually crying when I was telling his story. Botija,
Mm-hmm.
Latif Adedimeji was actually crying because he was saying
Yeah,
that man, from the first day on set, I broke my leg. I saw the
yeah.
video. They were trying to massage his leg on more. There was serious pain, and for him to
Can
pull that kind of
imagine.
performance off, it's actually dope. And that's why I was like, this
Fantastic.
is actually shout out to him. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
And shout out to
Are
everybody
you?
involved. Though the guy in charge of stunts right now, the
Mm,
guy that did the whole stunts, shout out to you
mm.
because that's an integral part of the movie too.
See. See, shout out also to the makeup artists and the
Oh, man,
costumiers because
the makeup was mad because he didn't look tacky to me. He actually looked
do you
like,
understand?
that
And
Femi Adebayo's hair, that Ogundiji's hair was scary as fuck.
ah, even me if I fear when I see him because what?
Mm-hmm.
What's that
What?
hairstyle? I've never seen it anywhere. So unique.
Very unique.
Literally.
One in a million.
Do you understand? And no,
Yeah.
the people who also set up the scenes, the stage, no, I felt like
The
that was the
props,
live
yes. The
stage play.
guys doing the
Yeah,
props, the guys doing the set and everything was actually very dope. Was
everything.
actually
No,
very
that
dope.
movie. If you ask me, because like I know that we can definitely do. It only gets better from here. This is a 10/10 movie
Yes,
for me.
yes, yeah. It's actually we can actually do better than here, but just the fact that some people woke up and said, fuck it, let's go to this
Do you
direction.
understand? They
No,
Chris.
they
They
try,
whine
they
us
try,
for this country. You know who we be.
they
Original
try, they try.
storytellers. Have we told you our story?
So
Do you know who we are?
more. We need more
Talk
stories like
shit.
this.
Do you
Yeah.
get what I
Our
mean?
our our brothers and sisters in the East, man. Genevieve, we heard that you're back. Give us one epic.
I
Genevieve.
saw.
If that's this movie, Mama, please just give us one.
See,
The world is
Jonas,
waiting for a Genevieve movie, a Genevieve epic movie. We are just waiting. That is
can
all
we
we need.
can we have also like proper academies for people to
That
go
one's the
and
problem.
learn?
Now
Yeah,
their
I think
problem
that
be
is
there.
about time. No, we
Yeah.
why
So
problem go there?
Stephen
Nothing is
Okereke
impossible
has
now.
a film school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
Stephen
it.
Okereke has a film school. It's not
We
bad.
need better. We need more.
Kunle Afolayan also does.
There you
Kunle
go.
Afolayan also does classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and there's somebody I wanted to remember now. Mwabudu too also has a film school. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at least three that I know of.
Very
Yes. So
important.
from there, sha, there's also PFT. Even though you might not like PFT, at least it's training. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
It's starting
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. So
Yeah.
big up to Nollywood. They've tried this year, man. Shout out to them.
See, they've done amazing, and I'm so happy that this kind of thing is coming out of Africa. Like this kind of stories are coming out of Africa at this time because so
Yeah.
quickly we are forgetting our history, so quickly we are forgetting
Yeah.
ourselves, and it's so easy to forget really who you are as a person. And I mean this
Yeah.
in every
I need a Shango
facet of
movie.
life.
I need a Shango movie badly, man.
See, I don't even just give us good stories. I'm not even being
Yeah.
choosy at this point. Like I didn't know there could be a story like this. If
Oh,
see,
it's dope,
there's
man.
something that some weeks ago, I'm about to go a little spiritual, right? And I'm going to talk about church here. Some weeks ago, the gospel reading in the Catholic Church was talking about was it gospel reading or the first reading? I'm not so sure now. But anyhow, it was it was a sermon about how the past, the present, and how the past and the present can come together to recreate the future that they want to
Yes.
see, right?
It's
Um,
called Afrofuturism.
exactly. And the priest spoke about how it was actually a message from the Pope, actually. I take that
Oh,
back.
shout
It
out to
wasn't even
Pope.
from the reading. Yeah. And he was talking about how, remember when Elizabeth laid her eyes on Mary and what had happened at that time? It was the coming together of both of them in that time that produced our Lord Jesus Christ and John the Baptist. That have
Yeah.
defined our current day reality. I don't care if there are any atheists listening to 234, whatever you believe in. The universe as it is right now, we are in a very interesting times, even astrologically, anyhow you want to look at it. We're very interesting times right now. And it's important that we actually learn so that we are able to produce the future that we want to see. Go back in
Yeah.
time, learn our history. The world is such a global village right now. Everything is literally accessible to us. I'm not saying consume too much. I'm saying consume enough to be able to ensure that we're not making the same mistakes that we've already made before. It can only
Yep.
get better from here. Do you get what I mean? Like, see, in this, the world is changing. Way all of us now, young people, we don't they enter some kind places already. Do you get what I mean? It means that the future is here now. Now you have been given the chance. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do different? You know, and even the Jagun Jagun movie sort of even spoke to that. Talking about how you need to open up, you need to open your mind and fight for yourself because nobody, the oppressor is not going to give you a chance. You need to demand and take it. It's not going to be given to you. And till we understand that the power belongs to the people, we're going to be playing around for a long time.
Mm,
But
true
yeah,
that. Yeah. So to end our Jagun Jagun review,
love it.
there's a clip that is trending. I'll play it and I'll now explain what it means.
Love it. Thank you.
So what that guy is trying to do is called an emphasis, right? What he's trying to say is that, are you mad or are you mad? That is exactly what he just said.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So the guy broke the fourth wall and he looked into the camera and said those words. And everybody, that's one of the parts that everybody takes and they
yes,
love, So yeah, shout out
I
to
love it.
Jagun Jagun. We can't wait for Jagun Jagun part two anyway. If there's
Love
going to be a
it.
part two, but there should be a part two. All
I
right.
love it. Or they put a
Uh
Chimamanda on us.
hey, who
Oh
knows?
my word. I
Okay.
love it.
Prop of the week. Let's have a prop of the week first.
Yeah.
So now
Oh, Ayo, before we go to
yeah,
prop of the week, I just remembered that I said I was going to speak to you about duality of stuff, right?
yeah.
And culture. Before we go to wait, hold up, we'll go back. Cancel that prop of the week you just said for now. Hold on.
All right.
Something is happening right now, and I want you to speak to me about it because you're a Afrobeat head, and because of I'm hoping you're going to write about this, and that's why I'm telling you this. And I held myself back from telling you this during the week because I wanted to talk to you about it, and I think I want people to sort of also hear this as opposed to us just talking about it behind, right? So in the past couple of years, the Nigerian music scene has been seeing a fusion of both Igbo and Yoruba sounds. So from Fino and Olamide coming up singing a song and Olamide having to speak in Igbo to today now. And I know that this has even happened even long before these guys, right? And today of recent, Falz drops a song called Ndike, right? Meaning strong people. And I was listening to Falz rap in Europe in Igbo, and I was just like, wow. Yes,
Yeah.
the Igbo was not great, but for me, it was just that thing. It felt like the forbidden fruit had been eaten in a sense because in real life we see a tribal clash, and based off of who Pals is, he's very politically aware of what's going on and always tries to sing to it. And now just seeing this happening has blown my mind. I see Adekunle Gold with Ogaraya and I'm just like, do you get what I mean? And some people, I'm sure that some people don't even know that Ogaraya is not a Yoruba word, it's an Igbo word. Do you get what I mean? But like seeing all of these things coming up, tell me, speak to me about it. What's going on? What's happening?
Okay. You actually missed a song. There's another song, Zlatan and
Tell
Odumodu,
me.
Organigo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
actually a mad jam. And thank you for
Very.
actually noticing it. I think that has been the trend in 2023, where the rappers are now the two most active tribes in music actually, or entertainment anyway.
Love
Yorubas and
it.
Igbos are actually coming together to make good music.
Love
We've seen
it.
Zlatan and Odumodu. We've seen like Files. You mentioned Files and Odumodu too, and Flavor.
The
Um,
flavor.
y- yeah, and it's just the way things are. It's very hard. Like politically, you can separate the people or you can divide the people. But when it comes to culture, it's going to be very, very hard, especially when it comes to
So
music.
difficult.
Because
Yes.
if you want to preach unity and brotherhood and oneness, it's actually through music. I
And
remember
marriage.
this thing you're saying, I actually saw it many years ago. I think it was around
Yes.
2015 when Fino had
Exactly.
his concert in the East called Fino Fest, right? And him and Olamide were on stage and rapping a particular song. It's called Dope Money. The chorus
Yes.
of that
Cause I'm
song is
making
in
dope
Yoruba.
money.
Yeah,
Yes.
Owonushaka. And I saw Igbo boys rapping in Yoruba.
Hmm.
And I was like, a lot of people don't understand the potential of what is happening right here.
I
It
love
is
it.
easier to
That's
unite
it.
people when you start to blend in their culture, right?
I love it so much.
And their culture, their music, even up to their movies. It is the easiest way.
Yes.
And just like every other thing in popular culture, hip hop is always going to lead the way first.
Yes.
and make it very clear that this is what's gonna happen. Even in music even in singing that's been happening. Sometimes you hear Flavor and Flavor sings in Yoruba and you're like, whoa. Or
Exactly.
Davido speaks
Yes.
or Davido sings in Igbo,
Fino.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fino does it too, Olamide does it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
showing that, and when you reach out to people like that, you're showing people that I'm part of your culture.
Mm-hmm.
This is brotherhood, and we begin to absorb every other thing.
Exactly.
So it's just Nigerian music expand, just being what it should be originally.
I love
Where
it.
the idea of Nigeria will be one day that all tribes have mixed to one point, that there's no more tribe. There's only one tribe now.
Hmm.
Imagine if many races, like, in a place where black and white people keep getting married and having children, and that happens over for like 100 or 200 years. There will not
Mm-hmm.
be any pure black person or any pure this thing. It's just going to be one race.
Exactly. It would be so
That should be the
difficult
idea.
to find.
That should be where the idea is. And this is what,
Yeah.
if our government is smart, just that the
Mm.
people we have and the aims of our affairs are, this is what can foster unity very, very fast.
They're not
Through
thinking
the
about
arts.
unity.
Through the
Think about
arts
division.
would, yeah, arts will move faster than any policy, any talk you want to
Very
talk.
true.
Bro,
Very
or
true.
that one, we know that we don't all know that one. We don't know that one.
Yeah.
You know, let's move it like this. And obviously the rappers are actually doing it. And the music, that when this music plays, nobody's at that point, nobody's saying, oh, yeah, Yoruba or Igbo anymore. Everybody's dancing. If you've noticed, everybody's dancing, And
I love it.
like when people say, oh, there's Yoruba tax, I'm like, but Odumodu is killing it in Lagos here and it's Igbo.
Listen.
Phineas killed it. Everybody's look. The final thing is, if your music is banging and it can touch people, you go enter.
What are we waiting
And when they play
for?
this, bro, and when they play all these songs we mentioned right now, nobody knows. When they play Ghost Mode, nobody's like, no, I'm not rapping on
Hmm.
Lami this part because I'm no.
Listen.
Everybody they rap now. Everybody they
That's
rap
a
now.
job.
At the end of the day,
I
if they
love it.
play Flavors Ashawo remix. Everybody's turning the fuck up now. Who
Hmm.
gives a fuck what is for?
I
It's
love
all
it.
guys is Niger. It's not Niger.
Hmm.
It is 2 3
I
4 now.
swear.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, but
It's the fucking
um,
234.
this is what Korea did. There's no way. So speaking to what you said earlier on the podcast, when you talk about great
Mm-hmm.
nation and America using
Yes.
propaganda, first of all,
Yes.
you must have
Thank
the
you.
politics and the military first of all. But
We are getting there.
you need your popular culture to lead the way. Nigeria's popular
Do you
culture has
understand
led
me
the
now?
way. See, Nigeria's popular culture is 500 years ahead of its politics. That is the problem. The day
Ayo,
the politics will match up with this country,
Ayo, before
we
you
will,
continue, I need to take my
yeah,
flowers first. I said,
okay,
let us
take care of your
agree to
flower.
disagree at the beginning. What did you say to
Take
me?
your
Thank you. You have
Agbalumo.
finally gotten to where I wanted us to be.
Take your
See, this
Agbalumo.
podcast today is spiritual. Forget it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there's a reason why everybody likes Korea right now. Like, oh, Korea, Korea, Korea. If you look at music, K-pop, BTS,
Do you get what I
K
mean?
drama, K series.
Mm-hmm.
It was because in the 90s, the government of Korea came out to say, let's create like an initiative and a fund to
Mm-hmm.
invest in our arts and culture. And that's the easiest
Exactly.
way we can sell ourselves to the world. So what you are seeing what
Exactly.
Korea is doing right now is 20, 30 years in the making. And this is where Nigeria is dangerous. Where we are right now, there was no plan behind it. It was just hardworking young people that said, fuck it, we'll go against the grain and we'll do what we are doing.
I
And that's why
love
I keep
it.
saying that for every whiskey you see on the world stage, for every Burna Boy, for every Davido, for every Arasta, those people are miracles because it's not
For
meant to
every
happen in the
young
country.
person, and don't
It's
limit it to the music. For
sorry.
every
For
young
every
person on the
cameraman,
scene.
for every painter that has the stuff, or Nigerian painter that has the stuff for MoMA, for every Nigerian look at somebody like
Love
Victor Osimhen. Do you know where
it.
Victor Osimhen comes from? If you go to
To
Ojota,
get.
there's a huge waste dump there.
Hmm.
The dump. That is where he comes from, right? I passed there
Mm-hmm.
yesterday and I saw a big banner where they said the king of Italy. They now put Victor Osimhen there. Victor
I
Osimhen
love
should
it.
not be the hottest striker, one of the hottest strikers in the world, because just like Nazareth, nothing good can
Mm-hmm.
come out from Nigeria. But look at what we've all done.
Hmm.
It is just
Is it what
politics
God
driving
said?
between
It's
us
not
at the end
him.
of the day.
Has God said it?
Because look at Just Too Funny.
Hmm.
Just Too Funny's appearance
Shout out
on
to Just
America's
Fun.
America's Got Talent. When they put it on
I
Twitter,
swear.
no video that America's Got Talent has ever posted on their Twitter has gotten the highest amount of impressions that Just Too Funny
They
gave them.
whine Nigerians.
It's Just Too Funny. Just Too Funny started off mimicking Igbo choristers. That is how
That's
this guy
it.
started
On
with a
social media.
janky phone.
Listen,
The If you know what Nigeria has done in the last 10 years in pop culture globally, we should be looking at
listen.
Korea, America, UK in the eyes. But because I say once again, the leadership deficit is just too large.
I bet
That's my
maybe fuck
problem.
that leadership deficit. Go punish that leadership deficit. See,
Yeah.
Nigerians, see,
So
we
every
are
Nigerian you see,
rewriting our own
yeah.
reality.
If you see every
That's
Nigerian
it.
that cracks through and gets to the world stage, man, touch that person's garment because that person and he get the anointing when he gets, he don't soak.
If he's
He's
strong, die.
he's
He choke.
strong.
He choke
Die. This
it.
is the oil they used to anoint King David when you say a shepherd.
They
Now that
want
anointing,
grace.
now
And
that
the problem
anointing
with
still
that,
there. That's the
you
problem.
understand?
We are
No, I'm
just a bunch of
super
talented
proud of
people, but
Just Too Funny.
yeah, bro. He's the one that has broken through globally, and I'm
I
very happy
love
for him.
it.
I'm happy that not any of the naked people that go and do sex. It is him, and I'm happy that
Please
he's
don't
the
kill
one.
me. This shot was it
Yes,
necessary, Ayo? Why do you need to do
yes,
that?
it was necessary. Because you can't be putting porn
I
on my
love it.
timeline and calling it. You can't be putting porn on my timeline and calling it comedy. No, it's not comedy.
Tell me
If
about.
you want to do
See, I agree with you.
OnlyFans day, go and do OnlyFans.
I love
Nobody will
it.
judge you. Make your
Yes,
money.
make your money. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it so much.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Let's go
Now, I've
into.
thank you.
Are we
First of
done?
all, Ayo, before you continue, I want to thank you so much for
Please, what I
finally
just said now.
indulging me
Please, what I
in the
just said now.
conversation.
If you want to come and meet me, you have to pay in dollars because I can't talk this
Do you
stuff to you.
understand?
Anybody is in dollars. Thank you.
For now, until our naira resurrects, but
Yeah,
like, yeah, whatever, fuck that. But I want to especially thank you, Ayomide Tayo, for
you're welcome.
indulging me in the conversation that I have had in my mind. I knew that if I had called you this week and told you about this thing, we would have racked about it on the phone for a minute. But I wanted
Yeah,
raw response. Let everybody in the world understand what, because at the end of the day, we are 234 essential, right? We're important. It's
yeah,
important that you listen to 234. Do you get what I mean? I'm not even trying to advertise here. It's just what it is at this point. Do you get what it's just really what it is. Like, I'm not lying. Am I lying?
yeah.
Am I
No,
playing?
you're not
Is
lying.
it playing? It's not playing.
It's not
I'm
playing.
serious.
It's not playing.
Get it. Get with the memo, you guys. Oh. Anywhere
Yeah.
you are in the world, Nigerians, don't worry, you are premium. Don't let anybody treat you anyhow. We'll be serious. Forget. Now we can continue with our lives. Carry
All
on.
right. Okay. Prop of the week. So yeah, speaking about young people in the country, our
Mm-hmm.
daddy in Aso Rock who has finally moved into Aso Rock. We thank you. The Abuja residents thank you for stopping the hold up that you've created whenever you want to go to work or you are coming back from work. We thank you very much,
Mm-hmm.
sir. So the President Tinubu, inaugurated his tax reforms committee, and he appointed a 400 level students from University of Ibadan. First of all,
Anakwakiba.
shout out to you because you went to the premier university, the first university in
Do you
Nigeria. Thank you very
understand?
much. Thank you very much.
Thank
You don't
God,
go to
thank
all
God there is
this.
the University of Ibadan. If it was Unilag, we would for no sleep this night.
No. You know, like we know the when it comes to entertainment, you can call us. We'll do pro bono. No need to even
When
call
it
us. We'll
comes to
pro bono.
fake life, when it comes to fake
Excuse me.
life, we will call you people.
Uh,
Which kind of entertainment? How
Food will
many
never
Unilag
go.
students are you in entertainment?
Food no go reach this thing at all. We all know. So don't
No,
bother yourself.
no. Ayo, let's be serious right now. Okay, let's talk about right now. How many Unilag students are in entertainment popping? I'm listening to you.
Ah, oh,
I want to hear
hey,
now.
don't count.
Talk quick.
I
Okay, let
can't
us start
count.
from the big three first, or the big four. How many,
No,
whoever,
see,
interchangeably.
excuse me. Big four no go. All of them no go school. They nobody. They
So
nobody.
no, that's why
All
I'm
of
asking
them.
you that.
No,
You need to
okay,
tell
they
me
went.
right
When they
now,
bring late,
right now, 2023 Nigeria entertainment scene. Give
excuse
me
me.
at least five people from Unilag. Tell me. Let's go.
Please come and carry your alumni from this podcast
It is
because I
not
don't know the kind
true.
of the war she wants
Please,
to. She wants.
because una they brag unnecessarily. Una go Lagos State University,
President
University
Bola
of Lagos.
Tinubu,
Sorry.
excuse me, thank you. President Bola
Sorry.
Tinubu appointed a 400 level student in the economics department of the University of Ibadan, Ms. Agbaje, as one of the members of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal
Love
Policy and
it.
Tax Reforms at the Presidential
That's
Villa
it.
Abuja. This is unprecedented, ladies and
Girl.
gentlemen. I have just
This
done.
is
You can abuse Tinubu all you want, but going this deep to go and bring somebody young, an undergrad, is
shit.
a first time. Shout out to him.
Fuck it.
Shout out to him.
That's it. See,
Apparently, she is the president. Sorry, she is the president of the Nigerian University's tax club. Wow.
yes.
Okay.
I read that today, actually.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's really busting my head.
Yeah.
Some months ago, precisely in May, I was speaking to a group of people and I said to somebody sitting in the crowd there, I hope that someday she gets to listen to 234 and she hears this. And I said to her, right now in your circle, because she was bitter about Nigeria, talking about how bad it is. And I said, see, wild card. If they were to come to you now to say, in your circle as a Gen Z, pick a person who you feel can make change in the country. She was like, first of all, to never get to us because the records show that the men have always been in power for so long and they keep trying to steal it and they still trying to keep it. And she was being so sassy with me. To be very honest, I was so disgusted and I stopped talking to her. After everything, she apologized, but it was okay, right? See, you don't know how much there's so much power in the tongue that you don't know how quickly things can change, literally by the snap of a finger. If they had told that girl yesterday that, like, before this thing happened, that listen, you will sit in a cabinet where you will talk about not just taxes in the university, but in the economic national scale of Nigeria, she go believe her. That's why
Nope.
podcasts or documentaries or books are very important for young people to consume. You guys, power is right here, right now, in front of us. Now, tabula rasa. What are you going to do differently as a young person? That's always my
Hey, madam,
question.
madam, take her easy. We know you
Honestly,
study sociology and psychology.
I don't
Tabula rasa.
know. Yeah,
Calm down.
see, you. I don't know if you're seeing the
Calm down.
spirituality and what's going on. There's so much going on right now. The time is now. Like, there's no better time to be Nigerian than right now. I understand though, Nigeria is really Nigerian. Diesel has increased to 800 and guinea naira. Fuel is about to increase more. Dollar is shaking every day. Everybody's catching a cold in Nigeria. But what is see this? I don't care what the change is, no matter how small it is. Change is change, and hence why we cannot stop preaching and talking about this because you do not know the act that will change, that will cause domino effect of change. We do not know, so we need to keep at it. That's just it. Look at 234 is 3 years old. When we started, who would have known that would have gotten to this point? Who would have known that would have gotten to a certain level of acclaim that we have right now? Over 100,000 downloads. Who could have known? But we've kept at it. Even the days when we did not see electricity, the days we be say person do that, we've kept at it till now. So imagine like what Nigeria will be in the next 10 years. Listen, I'm about to God keep us alive and grant us good health. I want to see that. I really want to see that.
Amen.
That's what
Okay.
it is.
Shout out to the young lady for actually being on the president's committee.
Whoop, whoop,
We
whoop,
hope you
whoop,
do some.
whoop.
We hope you do something good and not something evil. With
Hopefully.
your access.
Be our
All right.
but what's the name of that guy, the guy that Latif in the movie in Jagun Jagun?
What? Who's that?
What's Latif's name in
Botija.
Jagun Jagun again? Botija.
Botija.
But beg be our Botija, save us there. Open our
That's all.
eyes. We believe in
Okay.
you. We
From
trust you.
one great news, from one great news to a disappointment.
God I beg.
The Senate finally went on recess after working so hard. They even came on Saturday. It's very hard to see Nigerian senators go to work
Gosh.
on Saturday just to
Do you
confirm
get?
our president's ministers. Bow and go. Just take a bow and go. They didn't ask them
Yeah.
anything. So after after doing all that, these guys have worked so hard. Our Senate president, who thinks he's a comedian, who thinks he's an Instagram comedian, announced to his fellow members that or senators that now that they're going on holiday, they're giving them a little something, something. A small alert has dropped. Little did he know that this session was recorded live, and immediately he said it. His senators told him, yo, 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 hey, 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 hey. I got rewind. He now said, no, that did not mean money. That meant prayers.
Mm.
Oga Fabio, if you want to go for
Wow.
night of a
In
thousand
their
laughs,
account.
let us sign you up for night of a thousand laughs. So we know that
I
it's
love
comedy
it.
you've come to finally do.
I love it
This is
so
the second
much.
graph you've made in 1 month, and you're just Senate president. You never reach 1 year. By the time you reach 1 year, you'll be giving us Netflix special.
Go
And
give us Tony on your own.
it's so sad to know that as Nigerians are struggling and trying to cope with this whole new cost of living wahala, senators are just collecting money for just saying bow and go. That's what they're collecting money for.
Listen, I'm sitting down.
And they
Literally.
tell Nigerians to tighten their belts, but they know they tighten down. They don't even get belts because their belly no go. That belts don't feel their belly.
See, we're skinny ass right now.
Mm,
We're,
yeah.
we're going through it
So
too in this country. But you
another
guys,
an, sorry, another show of shame from the Nigerian Senate again. Flop of the week.
I
We're not surprised, but
promise.
you guys keep surprising us. Surprisingly, you surprise
So,
us.
are you surprised? I'm not surprised at anything, I promise.
Yeah.
Our government is so tone deaf. I don't even know the kind of wahala be this. You like I don't get it. See, like sometimes I think about it and I'm just tired. It's just like, but why? Do we
You guys
deserve this life?
explain. No evidence.
God, I beg help us. Let evidence do.
Okay.
Literally, make evidence day
Oh,
because anyway, evidence don't dey day. Sha, thank God for the internet. We don't dey
Abby.
get evidence.
We told
Ah,
yes, we
my
wouldn't
dear.
have known. We wouldn't have known they had done this. Mhm.
Do you understand? Thank God for all the things that are happening right now and it's being documented on the internet. This will not be the times of a analog life where one
So,
president go sit down one place say may they hide all the archives of all our history, make we know they tell us for school, make we know they do this one. If you like no tell us for school, we go hear them on another place, now they Chris.
all right.
Nonsense.
Thank you guys for listening. We're done. Prop of the week, flop of the week, Jagun Jagun. Make sure you guys and watch it. It's on Netflix. That's not a
Very
sponsored ad.
important.
Be careful out
Yeah.
there if you're going out. Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that
Please.
you let people know where you are, live location and all
Yes.
that. Protect
Yes.
yourself and don't let
Yes.
Nigeria overwhelm you.
Wear a condom as well.
I don't know about that one. Please send the
Yeah,
release
wear a
therapy.
condom.
In short, there is no episode next week until we get release therapy. Please, Mama, let
Period.
us know. No
Thank you.
episode until we get release therapy, or else we're on
I
strike.
agree with you actually.
Nigerian Congress is on strike. Yes,
I agree. If it's
yes,
true. I agree with you. If there is no release therapy next week, they are not recording 234.
yes.
Challenge
If you
up.
need to, if you don't know the email to send release therapy, send it to farmmail@234essential.com.
And after you do that, you need to follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcast. Important.
Yeah. Thank you very
Do that,
much.
guys.
We're
Thank
done.
you.
Peace
Stay
out.
kind, guys.